Hi there, welcome to another training session. My name is Bowie, I use they, them pronouns. Thank you for joining us today. If you are new to these training sessions, welcome. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. I hope you have a lot of fun. And I celebrate you for taking the time to try something different. If you are returning to these sessions and you've done them before, welcome back. Thank you for enjoying them. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge that these videos are recorded on the stolen lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. Sovereignty never was and never will be ceded. I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. And I want to acknowledge the continued brutality and harm that is faced by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here in Australia. The system is built on one of oppression and harm against our Indigenous people. It is not okay, and we need to work together to make these changes, and acknowledging and understanding this happens is the first step to that. I also want to thank Queerspace and Drummond Street Services for teaming up with us to make all of this rad stuff happen for you, to support your needs while you're at home, and just giving you an opportunity to find ways that you can move your body that are good for you. Let us get into our session now, friends. We're going to start with a warm-up for people who have trained with us before. You might be getting familiar with this. For new folks, we start at the top and we work our way down our bodies. So we start with our necks, because sometimes we don't move our necks very much. So we're going to take our chin and we're going to point it up towards the roof, and we're going to tuck it down to our collarbone. We're going to look up and down 10 times in each direction. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Making sure we tuck our chin down and not dropping our head forward. I think that's 5. We'll go with 5, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to take our ears now. We're going to bring them down to our shoulders. So we keep our shoulders down. You can make that a bit easier by just resting your hands on the sides of your legs here. If you feel them start to creep up, put them back down. Shoulders stay down. And we're going to go alternating left and right. We're going to do 10 in each direction. Just nice and slow. You don't get a huge movement here. Our necks don't really move a lot in this direction, but they do move a little bit. And don't be surprised if one side maybe feels a bit different to the other. Super common. Oh, I think that's about 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then finishing up, we're going to look left and right. We're going to take our chin and we're going to line it up as close to our collarbone as we can on each side. And we're going to do 10 in each direction here as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Amazing. Moving down to our shoulders now. Now we have 2 options. If you're someone who has a bit of trouble with your shoulders, you find they get a bit twingy or a bit niggly, you're going to just do a shrug backwards, guiding with your elbow and just doing a circle, just to whatever height you feel comfortable to get to. If you're finding your elbow up too high causes discomfort, just bring it down a little bit. Find that position where you can get a nice rotation in through the joint. If you find that you don't have any troubles with your shoulders, we're going to keep a straight arm and we're going to bring it up and around past our ear. So they are your 2 options. We're going to go 10 backwards and then 10 forwards. Then we're going to swap sides. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And sit now backwards. Or I just did that wrong. We're going forwards now. Something's happening. We're just moving our arm in a direction. And that's 5. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, we're swapping sides. We're going to start going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's it. And coming forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. And 10. Nice. Moving down our arms to our wrists now. We're going to take our arms, bend them at 90 degrees and tuck our elbows to our sides. This just gives our arms a bit of a position to work from. Then we're going to take our hands and we're going to circle them towards ourselves for 10. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hooray. Moving down to our hips now. We're going to bring our feet anywhere from hip width wider. Don't go wider than your shoulders though. So once we find our foot position, we're going to give our hands a job. And that job is to hold our hips here. We do that because otherwise they just kind of dangle about in a weird way. So our hands like to have jobs. It helps. We're going to push our hips as far forward as we can. We're going to circle around to the left and push our butt back as far as we can. It might feel weird, totally okay. We're going nice, slow circles. It's 2. It's 3. 4. 5. 6. That's 7. 8. 9. And 10. I'm going to go back the other way. Notice how I keep my chest up nice and high here. We don't want to have our shoulders moving too much. We want it to be all hip movements. It's 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Bringing our feet together or as close together as you feel comfortable to do so. We're going to dip our knees. We're going to give our hands a job again here to do our knee circles with, and that's just going to rest gently above our knees. We don't want to be leaning our body weight. Gentle resting. We're going to dip our knees forward and we're going to circle around to the left. We're going to go for 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost there, and 10. Glorious. Finishing off with our ankles. So if you need to find yourself a support here, because we're going to be standing on one foot, you can use like a chair, a wall, a broomstick, something like that, just to give yourself a little bit of stability while we're on one foot. We're going to take our right foot, we're going to bring it up off the floor, standing on our left foot, of course, otherwise I don't think we can actually stand. Anyway, we're going to take our right foot here and we're going to circle it around 10 circles towards the inside, towards our left. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we go back the other way, 10 to the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swapping sides. Same thing on this side. You might find one foot is easier to balance on the other. That can happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Balancing on one foot can actually be really helpful. So if you find there's that difference where you're more stable on one side than the other, maybe try practicing a little bit of it, because you notice when we walk, we're actually on one foot. So having stability and balance on both sides evenly, really safe against slips, trips and falls, because we don't want to fall over. Moving on now, we're going to do squats. So we're going to take our feet somewhere a little bit wider than hip width usually, but find that position for yourself because it will be different for everyone. Don't go wider than your shoulders though. So between hips and shoulder width is generally a good spot for your squat. Toes are going to face slightly outwards. We're going to take our hands and we're going to bring them up just in front of our chest, giving them a job. And then we're going to bend our knees, push our hips back, and just get down as low as you can. So wherever that is at is perfect. We go for 10. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Nice. And we're going to go to some Cossacks. So these are a little bit of a different move. So just working within your limits, getting as low as you can for these. Because the way they're going to go is feet are going to be about shoulder width and then a shoulder again. Yeah, 1.5 shoulders width. We're going to pull our right toes up. And as we do that, we're going to keep our left foot facing forwards. And we're going to drop down to the left-hand side, just as low as you can go. And we're going to alternate left and right for 10. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost there. 9 and 10. Alrighty. We're going to make our way down to the floor now. Here we are on the floor. Our next movement, I'm going to give you 2 options here, depending on how comfortable you feel to move your body around. You can either do what is called a Cobra Pose, which is laying down on your stomach. Hands are going to be just under your shoulders. You're looking forward and you're going to gently straighten your arms up just as far as you can. So getting where you can get to. Coming back down nice and slow, straightening your arms up, coming back down, working towards straight arms. But if you can't get here, that is okay. It does take time and sometimes you might be able to get it and sometimes you can't, depending on how stiff and tight you are. Working with where you're at, you know your body best, so making sure you're working with where you feel comfortable. Your second option is what is called up dog, down dog. And it's going to look like this, starting on hands and knees. Hands just a little bit in front of your shoulders, so maybe in line with where your eyes are. We're going to lift our knees up, push our hips back, and bring our heels down towards the floor. And from there, coming forward, looking up, alternating up and down, just like this. So with whichever option you choose, we're going to do 10. I'm going to demonstrate up dog, down dog, which was our second movement there. And we're just going to slowly work through 10 of these. Alrighty, let's go. Bringing our knees off the floor, pushing our hips back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. We're almost there. 9. And 10. Coming back down to our hands and knees. If you're doing Cobra Pose, coming up to your hands and knees, we're going to meet here. Now, we're going to sit back onto our heels. This is best you can. We're going to take our hands, rotate them outwards, so that our fingers are facing towards our knees, and then we're going to place our hands on the floor flat. And we're going to slowly sit back down on our heels, just as best you can. If you're finding that's a little bit too intense, feel free to lift yourself up off your heels a little bit. And we're going to stretch down this front edge of our arm here. We're going to hold for around about 30 seconds. We're just going to breathe, focusing on keeping our shoulders down away from our ears. Just noticing as you breathe where you may be feeling this sensation. Is it in your forearms? Maybe you've got some referred sensation into your hands even. It's really interesting when we do movements that we don't usually do very often. Just noticing how it feels and where they show up. That's probably about 30 seconds. So we're going to flip it over. We're going to do the same thing, but this time tops of our hands are going to come to the floor. Shoulders are going to stay down. And we're going to do another 30-second hold here. Just breathing. And again, just noticing where you may be finding the sensation. Generally, this stretch is more focused around the front of this forearm, but you may also find you feel sensations in your hands or fingers, maybe through your wrists, even up your arms above your elbows. It's all okay. When we stretch, we sometimes get those referred sensation patterns, and it's not a bad thing. That's it. And that's probably about 30 seconds. Coming up onto our hands and knees now. We're going to take our hands, we're going to put the backs of them onto the floor, so our palms are facing up. Now you don't want to be having a lot of pressure on your hands here, just a gentle amount, so you're going to allow your legs to hold your weight up as best you can. So sitting back towards your heels a little bit can help with that. And we're slowly going to lower ourselves down, come up. As we straighten our arms, we're going to roll our wrists up so that our come up into a closed fist here. Then we're going to slowly open our hands and allow them to gently place on the floor. We don't want any thudding. And come back down. And we're going to do 10 of these. Okay? So that was 1. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. At the top of this 10th one, we're going to keep our fists closed. And we're going to do 10 push-ups from this position. So same thing again, keeping that like a majority of your body weight off your hands, just enough to feel like you're working a little bit without like you're going to collapse onto your face. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing our hands back down flat on the floor. We're going to finish off by raising our palms up off the floor but keeping our fingers down. So we're going to do 10 like this. Nice and slow. Keeping your fingers down is the most important thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Nicely done. Alrighty. Getting into things, friends. We're going to be up to our first 7-minute interval. I'll meet you standing. Can't wait to get into it. Here we are, friends. First round. We have 7 minutes to get through. We're going to do 3 exercises. Our first one is going to be a walkout. So we're going to run through these nice and briefly for you, then we're going to get straight into it. Walkout is where you stand, feet either together or apart, whatever feels more comfortable to you. You're going to bend your knees until your hands come down to the floor. Then we're going to walk ourselves out as far as we can. Then we're going to walk ourselves back up and stand up. We're going to do 5 of those. Then we're going to move on to a mountain climber. So coming back down to the floor. Hands are going to be under our shoulders. I'm going to be in a nice plank position. From here, just bringing our knees up towards our chest, like we're jogging on the spot. I'm going to go for 20, And then we're going to finish off with 2 bounds. Now, bound is just a fancy way of saying jumping forwards. So we're going to have our feet somewhere around hip width. We're going to squat down nice and low, jump, driving forward, landing, nice bent knees. Of course, jumping to the size that you feel comfortable with. Don't feel like there's a particular distance you've got to get to. If you're not comfortable to jumping, you're going to do what's called a stride, where you're just going to take a hopping step, 1 foot, and then the other. Yes, alrighty friends. Let us get our stopwatch happening. 7 minutes on the magical green wristwatch, starting with our walkouts in 3, 2, 1, buzz, let's go. Bringing our hands down, walking ourselves out as far as we can get to, walking ourselves back up. That's 1. Remember, we've got 5 to get through here. Just taking your own time. 2. Just walking out as far as you can as well. Don't think you've got to reach right out. And even if you need to drop yourself down onto your knees to continue the walk out and come down to this position, totally okay. Work with where you're at. That's 3. That's 4. 1 more. And that's 5. Hooray. Coming back down now, we're going to our mountain climbers. These can be done from an incline as well if you feel like against a countertop, so long as you don't like smash your knee into a countertop. Finding an inclined surface to reduce this angle, totally okay. We're going for 20 of these. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And finishing up with 2 bounds or 2 strides, depending on what you feel comfortable to do. 1, 2, yes. Back at the top, we have walkouts, woot, walking ourselves out. That's 1. It's 2. It's 3. 2 more. It's 4. Here we are. 1 more. That's 5. Coming down for our mountain climbers. Hands under the shoulders. Legs out. And we're going for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2 bounds. Or strides, however you feel good. 1. 2. Yes. Ready for our walkout. This is a nice fast-paced round we've got going on here, but you can work through at whatever pace you feel comfortable to go for. There's no prerequisite for how many times you've got to work through these movements, just with whatever you feel comfortable. That's 1. It's 2. It's 3. It's 4. 1 more. And that's 5. Coming down for our mountain climbers. We've got less than halfway to go, friends. Doing really well. It's working through in our own pace. Coming down for our mountain climbers.
our shoulders. We're going for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Finishing up 2 bounds, 2 strides, whatever you feel good about doing. 1, 2. Workouts. 1. 2. 3. 4. 1 more. 5. Coming down from mountain climbers. Less than 90 seconds to go. 20 mountain climbers to get through. Coming up into our nice tall plank position. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2 pounds. 1. 2. Less than 60 seconds to go. Let's go for our walkouts. 1. 2. 30 seconds. 3. 4. 1 more. 5. Bing. 7 minutes, friends. Have a breather. Have a sip of water. Have 2 more 7-minute rounds to get through. Hey friends, welcome to round number 2. We have our second 7-minute interval to get through. This round, 3 new exercises. They are a split squat, which is we take this split stance right here. We come down, stand up, down and up. We're going to do that on each side for 10. Then we're going to go to a V-sit hold. So we're sitting down onto the floor. Now, 2 options here. First option, if you want to kind of tone it back a little bit, is to sit heels extended out like this. This is your first option. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, we're going to bring our legs up and we're going to hold it like this. Yeah, 30 seconds. And then we're going to come over onto our hands and knees. Hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. We're going to take our left leg, we're going to bring it out to the side, and we're going to do circles. 5 in this direction, and then 5 backwards on each side. They are our 3 exercises to work on, starting from standing with our split squat. 7 minutes on the magical green wristwatch. 3, 2, 1, buzz, let's go. So we're going to take our right foot, step it forward, our left foot, step it back, giving our hands a job by bringing them up in front of our chest, keeping our weight over our left leg, over the hip. We're going to do 10. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Remember, just getting to where you can get to. There's no standard for what height you have to come up to or get down to. Just working wherever you're at. It's going in on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So forward, we're coming down to our V, sit, hold. So remember, our heels can be down, heels can be up. We're going. We're going. Oh my gosh. No, it's fine. Doing really well. Giving our back up nice and straight as we can. Squeezing our legs together to really get that hold. That's it. We're almost there, friends. Almost there. If you need to put your legs down, go into that extended heel position. If you can hold this, we're almost there. And feet come down. Whew, that was good. Coming over onto our hands and knees now, we're going to be doing our glute side circles. So just bring your leg up to any height that you feel comfortable here. And we're going to go 5 circles forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 circles backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Leg comes down and we swap sides. Circling forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back down. Standing up. Split squats. We're back at the top already. Stepping our right foot forward. Finding our balance. Very important. Hands come in front of our chest. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Swapping sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Glorious. Going down for our V-sit hold. Remembering heels can be extended here, or our legs can be up and bent. Let's go. That's it, friends. Doing well. Holding nice and strong. We've just hit halfway down, halfway to go. So less than 15 seconds. It's okay if things start trembling. It's okay if it gets hard. We've got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and relaxing. Whew, that one is tough. Coming over onto our hands and knees. We've got our glute side circles. 5 in one direction, 5 in the other. Let's go our leg up. Let's come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting those circles as big as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Swapping sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. Less than halfway to go, friends. We've got just 2 more minutes. Let's get through this. Right leg comes forward. Left leg comes back. Hands in front of chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. Swapping sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. V-sit holds, we've got just a fraction over 60 seconds to go. Let's go. Get through this and we'll only have 30 seconds left. We can do this. We got this, friends. Holding nice and strong. Remembering if you need to, you can put your heels down. If not, breathing through. Things might be shaky, things might get hard. That's okay. Keep it going. Almost there. Oh, relaxing. Coming over. Hands and knees. We're going to get through 5 on each side. We can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Swapping sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Phew, right on. Buzz. 7 minutes, pals. Well done. Have a drink, have a breather. One more 7-minute interval to get through. See you shortly. Here we are, friends. Our third interval, last 7 minutes. We have 3 exercises to get through. Our first one starts on the floor and it is a push-up. We've done these before. If you are new to this, maybe you've done push-ups before. If not, you have 3 options here. You can go from an incline or like a bench or a chair, table, kitchen counter, something that won't slide away preferably. You can go from your knees, coming down, pushing up, or you can come from your toes, working within your abilities, knowing your body as you do. Going with that, our second movement is going to be a side plank hip raise. It's going to look a little like this. I'm going to start casually reclining on one elbow. Don't let it fool you, because what we're going to do from here is lift our hip up, put our hip down. Lift our hip up, put our hip down. Ooh, yes, we're going to do 10 on one side, then we're going to spin it around. You don't have to spin it around, I'm just doing that so I can stay talking to you. We're going to do exactly the same thing from this side here, coming up and down. And we're going to finish off standing up, because I love making you hop up and down off the floor, because it is very good for us. We're going to do diagonal knees to elbows. So it will look like this. Left elbow, right knee. And we're going to alternate, just like this. Oh, they are our 3 exercises. We have just 7 more minutes to get through. We are going to start the clock down on the floor. Actually, let's start down here. That makes more sense. Alrighty. Magical green wristwatch says, buzz, go. So choosing whatever push-up variation that you want to do. We're going to go for 10 or just as many as you feel comfortable to do, but no more than 10. But less than 10 is fine. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's halfway. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming over to our side plank raises. Starting on one elbow. Feeling free to use this hand to support yourself as much as you like. We do want our body nice and straight, so it can get a little bit unstable on the hips. A nice supporting hand here can be really helpful. Alrighty, we're going for 10. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Swapping sides. Remember, you don't have to do 10, just do as many as you feel comfortable to do. It can be 2 or 3, it can be 5, you can go for 10. Go for as many as you feel good about. But there is no expectation here. This is just a suggestion. Oh, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yay. Finishing off, standing up. Opposite. Knee to elbow, alternating for 10. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. That is just one time through. Cruising along nicely. Just at your own pace, pals. Remembering there's no expectation here to push yourself. Do more than what you feel capable of doing. The fact that you're here doing a little bit of movement is all that matters. Let's go for whatever push-up variation you feel comfortable to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming to our side plank hip raise. That's the way. If you're feeling a bit uncomfortable with these side plank hip raises, feel free to just hold a side plank. So you can just come up and just hold here for like 10 seconds. Totally okay as well. If you feel like challenging yourself with the hip raises, do that too, friends. Alrighty, we're going for 10. If you're feeling good about that, or whatever number you feel good about doing. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh. Whew. They are a tough one though. Swapping sides. Remembering you don't have to spin around. I'm just doing that so that I can stay facing you. Alrighty. We've got this. We've got less than halfway to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Finishing off with our diagonal knee to elbow. Left knee, left elbow, left elbow, right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Coming down. Push-ups in whatever format you feel good about doing. Going for 10. We've got just a fraction over 2 minutes to go. We've got this. Slow and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Less than 2 minutes. Woo! Side plank hip raise. You ready? 10 on one side, 10 on the other, or do as many as you feel good about doing. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh. Swapping sides. We got this. Nice and slow, nice and steady. Just working where you're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Finishing off, we have less than 60 seconds to go. Opposite knee to elbow, going for 10. Left elbow, right knee. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back down. I'm going to fit push-ups in, and that's going to be it, friends. Just as many as you can. We've got 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Right on. 7 minutes. Wow, finished off with a good one. Whew. Have a drink, have a breather. You've done well, pals. Good challenge today. Well done, friends. Today's session was a tough one, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took your time and just worked through with where you were at. Remember, all of these numbers that I've shared with you that you can do today are just suggestions. And working to what your limits are and within your capabilities is a win. It doesn't matter about the numbers I say. If you've come in and you've done some movement, you are amazing. You have succeeded. Well done. I celebrate you for even starting, even if you just do one round. Amazing. So cool. You should be really proud of yourself. I am proud of you. It takes a lot to step up and do something that's a bit uncomfortable, something a bit challenging, and we've done it. And we are all still good, and we're here, and we may be a little bit puffed, a little bit used feeling. Embrace the feeling, friends. It's a good one. Have an amazing day.